So anytime you start and stop, keep in mind you don't never want to have your start and stops at the same location. Okay. You want to stagger them. All right. What's going on, family? Your welding coach Black Phoenix checking in, and today we are going live in Little Rock inside of the Welding Academy of Goodwill off of Southwest Hamilton Drive in Southwest Little Rock. So just want to give y'all a couple live updates. This is one of my students. He's 19 years old and he's been killing it, family. He's been killing it right now. He's doing uphill 70-18 welding. Our goal is to teach him how to stick weld in all positions, and then we go to flux core welding in all positions, and then we'll go to MIG weld in all positions and the introduction to TIG. So the goal is to have them ready for fast track employment. So that way, once they finish this 16-week program, they can go dive directly into their new job. So the goal is to help some of the needs in the area. Here in Little Rock, there are a few needs when it comes to fabrication and manufacturing. Also construction for those who want to do bridge construction or building construction. There is a big need in the city and surrounding the city. So if you know someone, tell them about the Goodwill Academy off of Scott Hamilton Drive in Southwest Little Rock. 16 weeks, and it's only $37.75. $37.75, right on the 14,000, right on the 4,000 for this program. And if you start Googling it, you're gonna look at around $8,000 to $10,000 for the same program, family, for the same program. So to me, I think it's a no-brainer to get signed up. You're gonna save some time and money. Then you get the opportunity to actually work with someone who has been in the shop and the field. See what it look like, man. Don't do bad. Y'all see that last one he just did right here? Did pretty good, fam. Did pretty good. You're getting better and better. So the goal is to help them do tie-ins. We learning how to stay straight and be consistent. And just the uphill process is just a little more difficult than doing the flat. So since you have went from flat, horizontal, now you're on vertical. Tell us the struggle between the flat, the horizontal, and the vertical. Do you think by far this has been the more challenging one so far?
Kind of gets to get started off because you mainly standing too. So like when you start off, you standing, then like guess getting comfortable while you would sit it down like flat wise. But and I would say like the striking too, get it adjusted, and starting off really just the starting off part.
Just the starting off. Once you get to going, you're like, oh, okay, I got it. It's just once you stand up and get to bracing yourself and getting used to doing that part of it.
Right.
Okay.
Once you get started, I get really used to it. It's
easy money after then, ain't it? Yeah, it ain't bad. It's all about practicing, because now you're starting to see errors yourself. And once you did, like, damn, I need to slow down right here. Or I need to go a little faster. Or I got to do this. Or I need to change my angle. Right. You learn that as you go. But you're doing well, fam, to just dive into this. So our goal, family, with him, he's on uphill right now. Our goal is to start him on overhead next week. So we hopefully Monday we can get you started on overhead. But our goal is if he don't, we're gonna go back and do probably one more week, which won't hurt anything to fine tune the 3G, because the 3G and the 4G, the overhead and the vertical are where you test at. That's where most companies are gonna have you test. So I want you to get good in those two positions. You know what I'm saying? So if we got to spend an extra couple days to make sure you get it, it's all good. You got plenty of time. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure you get it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I want to make sure you leave. I said, oh, yeah, he got it. He got it. You know what I'm saying? So let's go down here and check on the other brother down here. He's down here working on the same thing. He got some 7018 going on. Okay, so now he got into his stance. Now he about to get ready to let it cool and chip that off and tie it back into it, right? All right. So the main thing, where's your chipping hammer? You still ain't know your chipping hammer. You gonna need it. Okay, so the main thing is anytime before you get ready to stop, when you know you're gonna stop, right here you was steady, going and you didn't do a quick release. Anytime you do it, when you get to going, you know you're gonna come out, do it fast and it'll get more of a crater. So you ain't got as much of a crater, but we can still work with it because you still got this part right here. So when you get, yeah, but it's okay. When you get ready to start, strike it here. Well, this is normally what I do. I try to strike it here, bring it down. This is the crown, I call it. I bring it down till I get to the crown, swoop it, and then go start back my regular. The only reason I bring it down and do the swoop, because it helps tie it in and keep it flat. That's why I do that. Because if you just come down and just get the going back up, sometimes it can be big right here on that end. That's what you kind of want to avoid. But like I say, the more you do it, the better you're going to get on that. You just literally got the tie-in. That's why I told him, I said, do a straight one, then do a tie-in. Do a straight, do a tie-in on purpose. You just stood there too long, but it wasn't bad. One bad. You kept it going. You didn't stop.
So if I wanted to straighten this out, should I just cut through the old one?
Yeah, you can cut through. If that old one is part of, if it's crooked, then cut through that one to make it straight.
Okay.
Yeah, most definitely. That's how you do that. And then as you go, it's just you'll start back straight and it back up again. But as y'all see, the main thing though with this, just consistency. The more you work on it, the better you're gonna get, fam. So our goal is to teach you the flux core welding, the stick welding, and MIG welding in 4 positions. We got plenty of information out here so that way the students can know what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. We also go over learning how to read a tape measure, some blueprint reading, to give a person some ideas of what they're going to step into when they get into the shops and fabrication shops. Because each shop is going to have you do something different, but you don't have to have a extensive amount of learning on the blueprint reading, but you do need to know some basics. So we love to give them some basics so that way they can have a nice point. I love this chart right here because this is a good chart for welding symbols and what you are facing in the field. Not all of these, but this main piece here you most definitely see. You most definitely see this. And this all, just a couple of points like the flag showing you that this is the field weld. And the tail showing you the specifics of what need to be done. And just the arrow showing you what side of the joint need to be welded. Just a couple of things that kind of help you, when you're learning your breaking points, So it ain't all about, trying to put too much on your plate. But you need to have enough on your plate so you know what you're doing when you dive into the workforce, when they get to telling you, hey, I want you to put me a weld right beside the toe of the next well. And we need to know what the toes and the face of the well is. Those are just a couple things that you will run across, fam. So this is the process. Basically, stick welding and MIG welding is basically the two that we teach. We're actually working on a new program, hopefully probably starting next year, where we'll have just a MIG welding class only, and then we'll have the other course, flux core, MIG, and stick welding. But in the area right now, they're doing a lot of MIG welding and flux core welding, fabrication, manufacturing. So from pipe to structural buildings, they're doing a lot of that right now. So if you're in Little Rock or surrounding areas, man, tell them about the Welding Academy at the Goodwill. Hold on.